Hello, every creature. So today I'm going to be talking about Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX 2 on the PlayStation 2. It was released on September 6, 2001, and they also released it on other systems. They released it on the GameCube November 15th, 2001, the Xbox November 29th, 2001, and a developer called Full Fat made a port for the Game Boy Advance November 20th, 2001. It is a sequel to the original Dave Mirra Bmx Freestyle, which was also released on different systems like the PlayStation, Game Boy Color, Dreamcast, and even on the PC. Which, to be honest, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't release a PC port for the second one. Anyways, Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX 2, just like the original, is a BMX stunt riding game. So basically, it's kind of like how Tony Hawk was a skateboarding game, but instead you do tricks and stuff on a bike. There was a roster of 13 original characters with 3 unlockables, being Slim Jim Guy, Amish Boy, and a teenager named Mike Diaz, who won the grand prize in the Slim Jim sweepstakes, getting his likeness put into the game. Which, to be honest, is pretty cool. I kind of wish during that time I was able to win in a contest, but I was unlucky, so yeah. But anyways, you might be asking, why are you reviewing this game? To tell you the truth, it's because this is one of my favorite games of all time. I fell in love with this game just as much as I did with the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series. But anyways, let me get to the points. So in the game, there were several different modes you can do. There was one called Pro Quest, which was basically career mode where you can unlock the different levels. In the Xbox and GameCube version, there was 2 extra levels that weren't in the PS2 one. But then they re-released the PS2 one that added the extra 2, meaning there's a total of 10 levels. That being said, on each map, you have 3 minutes to break records and accomplish goals that they want you to do. It could range from knocking over ladders to who knows what. Then you had my favorite mode, which was free ride. Just like games of the past that had cheat codes and whatnot, there was certain ones you can put into where you can unlock everything. So if you didn't want to take the time to finish all of the Pro Quest, you can just put in a code to unlock all the maps and characters. That being said, in Freeride, you were just able to pick a character, pick your bike with no time limit, and pretty much sit there and mess around and do tricks and stuff, but nothing went towards the actual game, so you were just kind of messing around just for the fun of it. Then you had the multiplayer. There was one that was horse, which one person does a trick, then the other person has to do the same trick or equal or better points value, or else you start getting each of the letters every time you don't do it. Then there was a crashing minigame. So basically, crashing would get you points. The person with the most points would win. Then you also had a 2-player free ride option also. Then you had the park editor. The park editor was one of those I didn't really mess around with much, but just like how they had it in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, you could pretty much make your own park, make it to where you had crazy grinds, uh, tricks, even just crash if you wanted to, which is kind of fun. I kind of wish they had an online feature to where you can download other people's maps and see how they did and whatnot, because that would be pretty cool. Just like how Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, 2, 3, and 4 has an iconic soundtrack, this game features music from Rage Against the Machines, Ozzy Osbourne, Sublime, Sum 41, A Tribe Called Quest, Godsmack, and many others. So to reiterate, this game, for me, was just like how Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was to everyone else. I kind of feel like it was underrated because it wasn't talked about as much as Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 and 3 and whatnot. But to me, I feel like it's actually a really good game. While it being for the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube, its graphics don't really stand up to how modern games are, which I don't expect it to. It's a game made in 2001. But while I would love them to do a remaster of it, unfortunately I don't think they will because I don't know if the Z Access team still exists. But not just that, if they wanted to remaster all the characters like they did with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, it would be kind of hard because Dave Mirra is not around anymore, unfortunately. But that being said, with the mechanics, the gameplay, and the really good soundtrack, I would give this at least an 8 out of 10. That being said, I still play the heck out of this game. Unfortunately, with how with how it hasn't really aged well, I don't know if I can recommend it because it depends on whether people really like the older graphics for retro games and whatnot. So this is one of those that's kind of iffy. It's not really one that's like necessary, but for me personally, it was necessary for my collection wise. But that wraps up my review and thoughts about it. If you like this video, consider liking, sharing, and commenting. If you have any ideas for the next review I should do, please leave it in the comments below. And I hope every creature has a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.